Something I hear quite often from entrepreneurs is that they have a blocked throat chakra, and that's their reason for why they're afraid to speak, make content, and get paid for their voice. But when I dig deeper, especially when I'm mentoring women, I keep finding the same thing underneath. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that usually is. Hi, I'm Dr. Kamisha. I'm a metaphysical psychologist, and this channel is for entrepreneurs who know that they're meant to speak, teach, travel, but they keep getting stuck when it's time to be visible and get paid. Let's get into this. Now, when I say I keep finding the same thing underneath, I'm talking about an internal nervous system pattern that shows up very clearly as a business issue, but it's tied to the throat chakra. Now, this pattern comes with 3 real business costs. I want you to grab a paper and pen because you might want to write these down. Business cost number 1. Your lived experience never becomes an asset. Write that down. Your lived experience never becomes an asset. See, if you have transformed yourself in a dramatic way through your life experience, or you solve some major problems in your life and you are shying away from sharing your story because you have a blocked throat chakra, then the business cost of that is that you never properly convert your lived experience into value. And because of that, you will never turn that experience into something that actually supports you financially. You are sitting on a gold mine and not accessing it. Write this one down too. The word pay is in the front of the word pain. There is a reason for that. There's supposed to be a return on your pain. And before this video ends, I'm going to show you exactly how many dollars this blocked throat chakra is possibly costing you. Okay? Number 2, you stay stuck in an ongoing cycle of starting and stopping the business because most of the time when someone says or thinks that they have a blocked throat chakra, that translates as them hesitating to make content. These are the type of people that start a book and never finish it. Or, here's the kicker, they're not making enough money in the business because they are afraid to state their price that's in the throat and tied to the nervous system. All of these things translate into you constantly starting and stopping. And then you will turn around and go to a business coach who gives you a strategy that you can't execute because the nervous system is tied to the throat and the throat is tied to the business strategy. Are you seeing how these are major problems that keep you cycling? If you can see yourself in this cycle as a metaphysical psychologist, let me tell you something, friend. Your next step isn't finding another strategy. Your next step is to get crystal clear on where you actually are when it comes to using your voice and your story of transformation to financially support you. And that's exactly what the Goddess Voice quiz will do. Check the description box. You're going to find a Goddess Voice quiz down there. And after you take the quiz, depending on which goddess you align with, it will give you a clear and easy suggestion on what needs to come next. Okay. Business cost number 3. Now, the people who need to hear your transformational story will never find you. When your throat chakra is blocked, it's because you have lost authority over your story. Now, here's another one to write down. The word author has the word throat in it. That word is secretly telling us that you are the author of your story and it comes from your throat. By the way, if this made you think a little bit different about your throat chakra, let me know in the comments, okay? But anyway, when you stay silent or when you stay vague or you hide these parts of yourself, that is an expensive cost to pay. And if you are someone who was made to speak, teach, travel while speaking, what you're actually doing is avoiding putting the frequency out there that will allow you to meet your tribe who will support you in your speaking travels. This will be the people who will invite you to speak. They will pay for your flights, pay for your hotels, open up venue spaces for you to speak, etc. I'm saying this because I've experienced it, friend. So the people who need your exact story will never hear it. They will never find you and they will never pay you because you have not built trust with your audience. because you never took over the authority of your story. Instead, you allow the nervous system to block your throat and say things like, I'm just a private person. I'm just scared of the camera. Well, maybe. Or maybe you have an old story running your nervous system and it has taken over your identity, and therefore it's running your business. Now, let's look at the potential invisible cost of this. If you did just one virtual event every quarter, that's 4 times a year, and you made $5,000 at each event, and you can, without ever leaving your house with a very low overhead cost, this gives you an extra $20,000 a year. Now, if we compound that over 5 years, that's $100,000. And if you know how to invest, like in stocks, in a business, maybe even in a property, then you really left more than $100,000 on the table, okay? And other than money, you also left a body of work behind that could have helped other people, and the possibility of your own voice living beyond you. So, if this video about your voice and your throat chakra landed, you should watch the next video. The next video is about why being a great speaker doesn't automatically make you a paid speaker. Thanks for visiting my channel, and see you in the next video.